Let me start with the announcement itself. As I understand, $1.7 billion, $1 billion of it in South Carolina. What is it going for?
Well, today we announced our plan to put our Spartanburg plant here in South Carolina on the EV map, on the electromobility map. As you said, we are investing $1.7 billion until the next couple of years to implement a structure where we can produce by 2030 50% of our vehicles here in Spartanburg electric only. We will have by 2030 6 models BEV only here in the Spartanburg plant. And on top of that, we are going to build a battery cell manufacturing site very close to our site here. So that puts us in a scheme where we are on the forefront that X goes electric, and our home of X will become home of BEV.
Oliver, is that battery cell manufacturing plant, the fact that it's located in the U.S., going to make it possible for you to continue to offer consumers the $7,500 federal tax credit next year? Because as far as I understand it, it's going to be difficult to get. You've got to meet a lot of different criteria, including production in the U.S.
I think tech support must be designed in a way that we have a level playing field for all market participants. I think it must support the EV ramp up, and there is a chance for jobs and growth in the United States. But if we do not have that level playing field for that transition, it must be very difficult. So our plea is to design the IRA in a way that it supports local investments, like we do here in the United States. We invest $1.7 billion in the United States, and of course, it's preferable that any forms of incentive support that investment.
But will I still be able to get that? For example, I want an X5 45e. It's the hybrid SUV that you sell with the inline six that I love, plus the battery power. Am I still going to be able to get a $7,500 discount or a tax rebate on that next year like I can this year?
Well, I hope so, but the current regulation, as it looks right now, is not finalized. But we think it must be designed in a way that under a specific threshold and in purchasing price, we should be eligible to have that tax break.
So let me go global, because BMW, obviously we love it in the United States, but it's a very global company. Let's talk about China. I know you have a big operation in China. There's a lot going on with China right now. We've heard at least one of your competitors say they're going to have to scale back given the geopolitics. Do you anticipate the possibility of scaling back your operations in China?
Look, we are, as you said, a global company, and we have about an equal footprint here in the United States with a huge local content. We do the same thing in Europe, and of course we have a growing footprint in China as well, because it is the biggest car market in the world. And we are investing in all 3 regions in the same time to prepare our customers and ourselves for the race towards EV, towards a CO2 neutral environment.
To what extent, Mr. Zipse, might you be hobbled in that race in Europe with some of the energy problems you have? As you look forward to the winter, do you have any plans to curtail production?
No, not so far. What we do, of course, that's a very unusual situation. We save energy wherever that is possible. That's the very first step if you walk into a situation like that. But at this point in time, we're not curtailing production, neither in Germany nor anywhere else in the world.
What do you expect in terms of your monthly nut on energy, Oliver? How much is your energy bill going to cost per month now, say, compared to last year?
You know, our biggest cost base is purchasing parts and our staff. The overall energy cost is not negligible, but it will not endanger our business in the current situation.
What about the chip shortage? Have you got that sorted? I mean, I notice there's still a long waiting list for a lot of your vehicles here, and I assume that's down to chips.
Well, the waiting list is too long. I fully agree with you, and we do everything to shorten that delivery cycle for our customers. I think we are through the big disruptions, we are through it. And I think we will have minor disruptions, minor shortages until mid next year. But I think we overcome the biggest obstacles already.
Chips obviously are a big challenge on supply chain, but as you're looking to success with electric vehicles, you're going to need a lot of commodities that you don't use as much of now. Where are you with lithium? Where are you with cobalt? Where are you with silver? How do you ensure that in success you can have enough of those materials, particularly in a competitive world, to be able to meet your goals?
I think you must have a resilient setup. You're not relying only on one supplier. You localize regionally. We built up 2 large factories in Europe, 2 large factories in China, and we announced today that we build a large factory right here. And of course, for the most critical materials, we go into direct purchase to control the supply chain.